Green is more than just planting more trees, right? There must be more to green efforts. And I think in our plans, in our manifesto, there's lots about green efforts moving forward.
One of the key areas that I believe when we talk about green is also about sustainability. And in one of the areas of sustainability which we pay a lot of attention to in East Coast GRC is that of reducing the consumption of energy and conserving it. And this is something that we pay a lot of attention to. And in the last 5 years, just to share with all of you, we've taken our energy consumption down for the town council by 30%. Since 2015, we've been driving very specific programs about the way we light up our estate, how we, the kind of practices that we have. And we're very conscious about how do we drive down the consumption or reduce the consumption in a way that still allows us to provide the services that's required, but then be able to do it in a sustainable fashion for the long term.
There are 33 community gardens in the whole of East Coast across our 5 divisions. And it's not just a community gardens, but it's a community of gardeners coming together to share gardening tips, coming together as friends. And what's really amazing was that I had a number of residents who came up to me with suggestions. Can we expand the community gardens to do vegetables? They'd like to grow vegetables, of course their interest, but importantly they said those vegetables can be harvested and contributed back to a community for families who are perhaps less fortunate, who requires maybe more vegetables and maybe some income issues,
Sure.
So it's not just a community gardens, community of gardeners,
right,
really bring the whole neighborhood together. So to me, that's green.
We've done quite a bit of recycling, especially e-recycling, because there's a lot of obsolete electrical appliances in our homes. Our computers, even our keyboards and all that. So we want to continue to do more of that. And we did that. I mentioned earlier with Panasonic, they donate 1 energy-saving light bulb for every 1 electrical appliance that is being donated or that's being recycled. That's, I think, wonderful. And in East Coast, we want to do more. We also work on reducing food waste. That's, I think, one key thing that we want to work on. So we want to see that in as one aspect of going green.
In the entire East Coast, we now have 36 charging points for all the Blue SG cars. So those of you who have it like right below your multi-story car park or in the open space car park, please do go and share it and use those vehicles.
We must take really climate change very seriously because we are a little island and rising sea level will threaten our very existence. It will not happen in 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 years, but over many years, the rising sea level will threaten us. So we have committed internationally to the International Climate Change Action Plan to cut our emissions. So we must continue to be very serious about doing this. Now, then, the one aspect of it is about the 3 R's: reduce, recycle, and reuse.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to hear about all the efforts to reduce, in particular, food waste.
Yes.
And it's very important for us to reduce food waste because so much food is wasted. And one of the things which we tried when I was in Tampines is that we actually installed a composter. So they turn food waste into compost. So that becomes good fertilizer and we give it to residents for them. Our residents love greenery. So we have a rooftop garden where they use it to grow vegetables, grow plants and vegetables. And we have many community gardens. So Keat House spoke about community gardens. And I'm very happy to hear about community gardens. I hope that beyond community gardens, we can do vegetable gardens and grow edibles of all kinds. Then, of course, the other aspect of it is nature. I think in our whole East Coast GRC is a very big area, all the way to Pulau Ubin even, right?
Yes.
And of course, it'll be lovely that we keep our beaches clean, we keep our grow more trees, and have community gardens, more fruits and vegetable garden. And I saw many of our, even along the corridor, neighbors cooperating, each one of them having a few potted plants outside, done up very safely, and the whole corridor becomes a nice little green corridor. So I see many of our residents are very keen to do this. Let's do more of that together.
Yes.
Singapore started as a garden city, then we became a city in a
In the garden, that's right. Yeah.
And now we can be a city in nature because it's a
wow.
whole ecosystem. Urban farming is something that we will do more of. So I think we'll work on this plan because it can be urban farming. It can also be growing vegetables outside your home, in your home, as well as in all our community gardens. So lots of interesting things for us to do.